God can use. When we look, meet, and even talk to a person, many, if not all of us, do one thing too quickly. Before we get to know them, we judge them. There's an old saying, don't judge a book by its cover. This saying comes because we first see the title of the book, the design of the cover of that book, the amount of pages in that book, or the name of the author. If any of this is true, then to give an analogy of the Bible in relation to how you see a person, their hairstyle, clothing, even their perfume or aftershave, or just their general appearance. God, as we know, is no respecter of person. God also doesn't look at our outer appearance, but our heart. God will and does talk to us. If God judged a book by its cover, we'd most certainly be in trouble. But God doesn't. God speaks to us all. But the real question we should ask ourselves, how well do we listen, if at all? How many listening to this podcast, and I include myself, would talk to a complete stranger about God? A person that you wouldn't normally have spoken to before you came to know God. As the title of this podcast asks that question, who can God use? And shows God can use anyone to spread his word. The following are just examples. Noah. To the world, Noah was a social reject for his love and obedience to God in an ungodly society. Genesis 6:5. And God saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only for evil continually. Genesis 6:8. But Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord. Moses, a man who had a speaking problem. Exodus 4:10. And Moses said unto the Lord, O my Lord, I am not eloquent, neither heretofore, nor since thou hast spoken unto thy servant, but I am slow of speech, and of a slow tongue. For Moses had a speech impediment. This is shown in Exodus 4:14. Nicholas Vujicic, a man with no arms nor legs. Nicholas has made more of an impact in the world for Christ than many able-bodied believers. There are those who unfortunately believe that if you have a disability, that you are not able to achieve something or anything. They may even think it foolish to even consider a disabled person worthy of a task. 1 Corinthians 1:27. But God hath chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise, and God hath chosen the weak things of the world to confound the things which are mighty. I chose these three people for one reason. Noah, a godly man living in a time of total ungodliness. Moses had a speech impediment, possibly a stuttering problem, but God still used him. Nicholas, to the world he appears to have no future, no prospects, because he is physically different to the world. These three men alone can teach and show us one important thing. God can use anyone. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe for future content.